Hello everyone, I hope you are all having a great time, fantastic day. This is Alan Forex Prisma and today I will be reviewing another expert advisor. It is called Gold Pro MT4. Now, the reason why I review so many Gold EA recently, that is because of the reason that Gold EA has been neglected for a very long time. And in 2024, we seem to find a trend for Gold EAs, and that is something very good. So today for Gold Pro MT4, the strategy for this EA is daily scalper. So it work on 1 day time frame. This is very important on gold and it does not use martingale or grid. For recommended broker, you can use IC Market, Fusion, Exness. I would recommend you use Exness. Each trade has stop loss, take profit, and also trading stop loss. You can start with 200, but I always recommend 500 US dollar for gold. We have live signal and we will be testing this EA on the demo account, and I will share the account with my FX box so you can check it whenever you want to purchase this EA. So as we can see for Gold Trade Pro, we have very good rating 4.3, and this is very rare to find. And we can see we have live signal and we have set file for live signal, set files for probe signal. This is very interesting. The price is 599. You can purchase from us for very affordable price. And basically he's saying that this gold EA is different from the ones that are existing in the forex market, and it uses real trading strategy. So what that mean? That mean all of the gold EA in the market are simply whether using red and martingale. That is correct. And we see the majority of the gold EA have either using martingale and grid, and eventually they will margin your account and blow up your account. Or the other scheme that many EA will pretend to use neural network or AI machine learning, and this is very different in forex and EA because you can very simply identify them as grid and martingale. To be honest, I could not agree with the seller more. And it seems that even if it look nice in the back test, however, they are sometimes manipulated to get more sales. So this kind of seller is roasting the other seller. This is interesting. So what he's saying that because gold is volatile instrument, and I have been repeating this for a very long time. I always say in my videos that gold is risky instrument or pair in the forex, and any big movement against grid and martingale will give you huge drawdown, and we see this happen with gold picker, and I was able to make 1000 US dollar, but eventually it has 50% drawdown. Thankfully I have withdrawn my initial balance. So don't fall for the perfect backtest. I agree with that. Many customers are always focusing on the backtest. I would say instead focus on live signal, and you will be able to determine whether this EA is good or bad. And what is the strategy is very simple. It is based on breakout strategy. We know breakout, we have two methodology. We have support and we have resistance. So what happened? This EA is trading on daily time frame for gold, and whenever the price is getting near to the supply zone or support, then he will try to get you a buy, and vice versa. When it goes to the resistance zone or demand, then it will sell the order. And that's how, because usually forex or any market is based on the support and the resistance, supply and demand at the end of the day. So this EA is based on the breakout for levels of this forex, which is effective, to be honest, because gold is volatile instrument, and this is very interesting. However, one thing I like about this EA that each trade has take profit and stop loss. You'll say, well, Alan, many people have stop loss and take profit. What is the difference? Okay, so the difference is whenever an EA we will see will have a stop loss and TP, but you will see this will be the entry point and this will be the stop loss, this will be take profit. And what is the point of this? However, what differentiates this robot from other Forex EA or expert, that the fact is we have a entry point and we have take profit. So you can see the space between the level of entry and the stop loss. That means for each trade you lose, you will gain 2x for your trade, which over time will give you the statistical edge over the forex market. So we have the setting for the CA daily. You can start with a minimum balance for 200. This is very nice, and it is very important, as I always say, start with demo, guys. Please do not use it on your reel in the first time. You're gonna lose your account, you're gonna lose your money. And for the reviews, we have many positive review for this robot. We have some negative. This is quite natural, but we have the majority are complementing this EA. Now on the live account, the first thing you can notice that he is using 1000 euro live money on his live account IC market, and you can see we have 137% profit in comparing to 30%, which is very low drawdown for gold. And the profit trade is amazing. We have 68% and we have 31% in comparing to loss. And what we can notice through this EA, for January we have basically break even. For February it was good. March impressive. April we still in the April and he is making a good amount of money. And this started for the last year. You can see sometime you could have break even, sometime you will have eventually some losing months. That is very natural. Forex is like a business, but at the end of the day you want to go with profit. That is how you maintain the long term. For it is like a relationship. You know, if you have been in any relationship, there are some relationship is just for one night, some relationship is gonna take forever. So you make sure you stay away from one night relationship for the Forex EA, because that will eventually, and it will give you a headache, it will blow up your account. Instead, go for the long term and make sure that you last for good as possible. Now for the average holding time we have 12 hours, which is normal for a daily scalper. That's not too much. And you can see one thing I like about this is this curvature equity. So what mean that? Means it is protected by stop loss. If you see any chart that has this sloppy line, that means the drawdown is, or the EA is depending on the equity, not depending on the balance. There's a huge difference. But this one you can see it is very stable and it is impressive. The drawdown, the average drawdown is 3%, but the maximum hit 13% as well. Now you can see for the losing trade we have 3 streaks of losses and the volume or the lot size remain the same. However, we have some change here, so we don't know why this happened, but it doesn't seem to be a martingale, because we also have some winning and we have some increase of the lot size. So it does not use grid or martingale. We can see we have losing trade, we have stop loss, we have take profit, and we have break even. So basically that is very good to see, at least that one of the EA or this EA is taking a good performance. And if you go back to statistics, now we have 136 trade, and through this we have 68% accuracy in comparing to 31 losing accuracy. That is very normal. But as I told you before, the important thing is we have better risk to reward ratio. That means for each 10 euro you lose, you will gain 135 on average for the long term. So that will give you the statistically, or it will give you an edge over the market. So we can see we do have some losses, we have some wins. The average holding time is important, but at the end of the day I think the recovery factor is also very good, and this is one of the points that I always check for it. And for the risk, you can see by balance you could have 12%, by equity you would have 3%. That means the EI could possibly open maybe it could divide the trade into 1 or 2 trade per goal, and that could mean it might be using some recovery factors. That's why we have high recovery factor, but that doesn't mean it is a martingale. So if we go back here and you can see for the time, like for example, it opened all this trade on the same time, all of this accept, and this one as well. So it opened 4 or 5 trade on the same time. The lot size is normal, but if you go back to the where it closes on different time. So that means for whatever the reason, I don't know why, it could be dividing the trade. I don't know why this happened, but I don't think it is a martingale or grid. Now, as usually, whenever I review and Forex Robot, I will provide you with demo as well. So we have the latest version 3.1, and you can see this is a daily chart. On a daily chart, you will be noticing why we have so many trades, because we have so many pending order. And whenever the price reverses back, it will open maybe 1 or 4 trade at the same time, but it will adjust it automatically. And you can see for this trade specifically, we have stop loss, we have take profit. So the pips for take profit is higher than pips for stop loss, and it will basically, if we can draw it, you can see that means this is probably a support, this is a resistance. However, we have a live signal for this one, and you can see it divided to a certain number of trade. It opened it on different time zone, so whenever it will be activated, it depends on the price, and whenever it deleted, it will be depend on the EA. Now for the account history, unfortunately we don't have much data to show you, except we have one trade that ended up in winning and $68 in profit. Because this is a daily, so you will have maybe 1 or 2 trade per week, because you have to be very patient with this EA. If you are someone who loves fast scalper and fast trading, unfortunately that will not be suitable for you. So if we go back to the expert advisor input or setting, so we have some default setting for the lot size. You can change the comment, you can risk manage your account. So basically I will just use the lot size that has been provided for the default, and I will let everything to be as it is. I will not change anything. Maybe I will change this comment, and basically you can see. So on my final views on this EA, I would say pros: we have live account. The EA claimed to not use martingale and grid. It seemed to be the case. On the other side, it seemed we have several trades that are divided. So the question is, will these trades will be locked, or will they be deleted for a certain amount of time? That's something we don't know. And it seemed to be we have good average holding time, and the recovery factor is quite fast. On the contrary, sometimes this EA will be risky, and this is my honest opinion. I will be totally honest and transparent for you. I think at the end of this day, I will be fair and give this EA 4.1 star out of 5. And the reason for that, we will need to wait more. What I mean by more, if we have plus 1 year data for this EA, it will be one of the best EA for the gold instrument in the Forex market. So I would say, if you want to purchase this, okay, go ahead. However, please make sure that you use it on demo first and then go to live, as I always recommend. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.